India Juliet Kilo Yankee, backtracking 08 to hold short of 13. How is it up there now, Bill?
Not as nice as it was this morning.
I hear you there. So twice during the flight, I'm going to need to reach the lever that's between us. It's way down here. This is called flaps. So for takeoff, I'm going to put my flaps on only
Still
one
a flyable
position.
day, though.
Very nice. And when we come into land, I'm going to need to jack this thing up to that position there. But it's only twice during the flight I'm going to need this. Yeah, so somebody's videoing or something.
Where's your switch so that you're talking to tower or talking to me?
Right here, on the front here of the stick is a trigger.
Oh yeah, so that you can switch to them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now only you and I are talking. Nobody can hear us unless I push that trigger.
You have to hold the trigger?
Yeah, you hold it for the transmission.
Echoes uniforms clear, 13 Edenvale.
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, backtracking 13. So just to show you the range of motion I'm going to need on this stick is it might have to come back a little bit into your gut just for the takeoff. Once we get up there, we won't need too much motion.
I can hold it in, Bill.
There you go. Making sure all my gauges, instruments are all set. Alright, we're in the center of the runway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accelerate this plane to full power. It's going to take not too long at all, and then soon enough we'll be off the ground, and we should start rocking and rolling in those bumps that I told you about, those thermals. We'll climb out to about 1,000 feet over the ground. We'll start doing a left-hand turn, and we'll go towards Wasaga Beach area, and then that's where we'll start really playing with this thing. So if you're ready, I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee on the roll 13. And look at that, just like that. And there's that turbulence I told you about. Now I'm going to get rid of these flaps. I no longer need them. They help us lift off the ground, get off the ground quicker so we're not burning the heck out of the tires. Coming up on 600 feet over the ground right now. We started at 700 feet above sea level. This is our altimeter, so that's kind of the gauge I'm watching. I'm watching this and our airspeed.
Yeah.
I never want the airspeed to drop below 60 in this aircraft. I'm just kind of pulling back right now to climb, but I never want to pull back too hard or it'll go real slow and then we would have a problem. 900 feet over the ground now. Yeah, this turbulence will end once we get near the water.
Edenvale traffic, Echo Uniform Sierra, just 400 or 500 feet, abeam you and Stayner en route to Mans, VOR, and conflicting Echo Uniform Sierra.
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, airborne off of 13 with a left turn out towards Wasaga Beach, climbing to 2,000. 100 feet above sea level. That puts us about 1,400 feet over the ground. Now I no longer need all that full power I had it at, and I'm bringing it back to a nice cruise power for this aircraft, which is around 4,900 to 4,600 RPM. Plane likes to fly at that level, at that RPM.
It's the smallest plane I've ever been in, so it seems weird that
I'm
you
sure.
see everything.
Absolutely.
That's awesome though. What a view, eh?
Oh yeah.
What's the big swamp up there?
I don't know the name of that one. That's right on the south end of Wasaga Beach.
They move around a lot though, the little guys, eh?
Yep.
Same as like a 737 to a 777.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The difference is...
Absolutely. Yeah, this turbulence, because we're low too, right? Like even in the large aircraft, they don't spend any time at this altitude. They keep going higher.
Yeah.
So they avoid this nonsense. They plow right through it. You might get it for about 30 seconds of a flight, and then they're already at 4,000 feet. And once we get up to say 4,000, none of this bumping around is there. But today I don't want to go too high because I want you to have a good reference point to the ground. A lot of scenery from up here.
I'm just trying to find something that I know on the ground. Like with the subdivision and...
Yeah. You know this area at all? No.
No, I'm just trying to figure...
Go from your Fox. Radio check, please.
So frequently during this flight, we're going to hear other pilots talking. That's just all of the pilots talking to each other to make sure we don't collide with each other. So we once in a while give progress reports of where we are.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely more turbulent than it was earlier. This morning it was silk smooth, not one little bump, nothing.
Yeah. Beauty view.
Oh yeah. So right now we're just coming up south of Wasaga Beach. Right off in the distance along the water there is Wasaga.
Yeah. Well, that's the golf course. I knew where we were. That was the subdivision I thought it was. That's owned by Wasaga Country, like that one.
Okay.
It's the new one that, well, that's not the new one that Condrain's doing. The new one's back that way.
Approaching altitude.
That's Walmart right there.
Yeah. What I'm thinking we'll do, once we get over this water, it really should tame down this bumpiness. And then I'll start showing you how to control this thing. Just gonna make one progress report to the other pilots in the area.
Collingwood area traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankees, 2,500 feet above Wasaga Beach 1, traveling eastbound along the shoreline, northeast towards Midland.
There's the one right
Collingwood
there.
traffic, Golf Yankee Charlie Sierra, backtracking runway 31. Collingwood area traffic, Golf Quebec Whiskey is currently at 2,300 feet westbound along the shore of Wasaga Beach, right at the Nottawasaga River. Collingwood. And traffic at the Nottawasaga River, I have you in sight. no problem at all. 3 Inch Charlie Sierra. Thanks.
Come out over the water just a bit more, and this bumpiness should be gone.
The full runway for departure. Yep, that's correct. Okay, we'll just pull off to the side of the runway there, let you get into the maneuvering area to take time, and then once you're in the maneuvering area, we'll take position for departure. Okay, perfect, thanks. Go from your park.
You can see all the little bars from where the turn spins it up. What a view.
Oh yeah.
Like you get a good view from the big plane, but you don't get as
not like
the
this,
1,000-foot view.
360 too, like look around, huh?
Oh no, it's crazy. Because I'm used to being nervous on takeoff and landing of the big planes, and this is like right in the
Collingwood Airport. This is
nervous zone.
Romeo Oscar November for airport advisor, please.
Well, it's understandable.
It's just neat that it moves so easily around.
Oh yes.
Romeo Oscar November, winds at this time are currently 010 at 7 knots. I don't have an altimeter for you at this time, active traffic.
Alright John, I'm going to start showing you how we do this thing.
Awesome. Okay.
So, since all pilots start learning from the left side of the cockpit, you're going to have to use your left hand on this control stick. Okay. Your right hand needs to be available later on for throttle, radio, all this kind of shit, right? So, for today, just gently put your hand on the control stick, and just a light cupping, very similar to when you operate a backhoe, right? You don't want to be muscling it. You just want to be gently on it. And with the wrist, I want you to kind of feel, not using your whole forearm, just kind of feel what it's like when I start turning this aircraft. So we'll just look forward, keep your eyes out the plane, that way you can see what's happening. We're flying relatively straight right now. If I want to take the plane and start turning to the right, I'm just going to do a little bit of this. Feel how the stick moves just a touch?
Yeah.
You'll notice the plane keeps turning. Now to stop the turn, I just come back just a little bit. Giving it a few little knocks that way. Just to compensate for those little gusts, right? I want to turn it left. Do the same thing, just a little bit like that. A little tug to the left. Once it starts banking, if I don't want it to bank anymore, turn any steeper, I just pull it back like that.
With traffic, I'll take Charlie Sierra, take position runway 31 for departure straight out, and we're going to be climbing up to 5,000 feet en route to Lake Virginia.
So it's getting a lot smoother out here over top of the water.
Very delayed. You let it roll to the angle you want, and then
that's right.
Touch it back, and then shoot on the angle you want.
Yep. Now, if I want to take the plane and climb it, I pull a little bit towards me. I'm just going to level the wings again, so now we're nice and level. And to climb, I just start pulling back a little bit. That's it, just a little tug back. You can see how the nose is coming up?
Yeah.
And this is giving us confirmation that we're climbing. You'll see the needle's going up and up and up. Now, at the same time, look what happens. Our speed drops. So I never want this thing to go any slower than 60. When I see the speed dropping, I just push the nose forward and it'll start picking up in speed.
So we started at 700 feet, you said above sea level? So we're at 2,000 feet now?
Yeah, we're 2,000 feet over the ground.
Didn't take much to climb up that little bit.
Oh no, and if I would have tried to get there quicker, we could have got here really quick. I just chose to slowly, gradually climb. I was looking for smooth air.
So where are we to right now? Is this Penetang? Like La Fontaine?
Yeah, La Fontaine is directly in front of us.
And then it'd be around to Penetang.
Penetang is over there. See where the cluster of buildings in that bay is?
Yeah, then Midland Bay.
Midland's right over here to the right.
Fuck, it's not even very far. Like
in the air, we get there quick.
Yeah.
This thing's moving. Right now we're doing 81 knots. 94 over the ground, so we're almost doing about 112 mile per hour.
So it's 1.1 or 1.2?
100 miles an hour is 100 knots is 115 miles per hour.
115?
Yeah. So 1.15, right?
Yeah.
It's nice and smooth.
What a beautiful view.
Oh yeah. So if I want to take the plane now and go down, I'm just going to push the nose forward a little bit. You can feel how it's pointing down. You'll notice our airspeed starts increasing because we're going down a hill.
Yeah.
So I just start reducing my throttle because I don't need throttle to go down a hill.
Approaching altitude.
Coming down, coming down. This is a nice altitude, so I'm just going to pull back on that stick to level off
So
here.
it's about 1800.
November, Cessna 340.
Then with your throttle, you'd have to give it a bit more again because you're leveling off.
That's right.
Then just work it back to where you hit the 65, 70 mile an hour.
You got her. Yeah. Now, even for
Or
the
70 knots.
that's right. For the purpose of today, I don't even want to get you caught up in this yet because this gets way too complex. I just want you to start playing with turns, stuff like that.
Calling with traffic,
I think if we stay over the water will be our best bet today. But maybe we'll fly in the direction of like Christian Island, something like that.
Where's Christian Island?
That big island you see off this coast here.
Oh, that's it right there. It's that Christian Island's that close to.
That's it. Well, it's not close. This is far. That's about, from there to Christian Island is about 25 nautical miles. Everything looks close today because the visibility is amazing.
That's Charlebois pit right there.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So John, I want you to feel it. You do what you want to do on this control. I'm going to keep my hand really close.
Just so I don't screw up.
Yeah, and if at any time I say I have control, just let go of it, right?
Yeah.
But feel free to start turning it. Start playing around with that control stick.
And I can wait till I want to change to the point I want to turn to.
Absolutely. I just want you to get used to what it does.
Down along the shoreline.
It's a very delicate touch, eh?
Yep. I just adjusted the trim because I noticed.
Yeah, I was going to say because we started going up and I didn't pull it back.
Yeah. This thing here tells us if we're actually level or not.
Yeah.
So when it's on the zero, we're flying level. When it starts going below, we're actually nosing down a little bit.
Yeah. Is that the nose down trim you were talking about?
Yeah, that's controlled by these buttons right here, right? This is not necessarily trim. This is just telling us what the aircraft is doing. If it starts going down, you'll see that needle going down.
I like how sensitive it is. You can just very gently curve as long as you want. I see why you're saying that the small muscle control would help you.
Oh yeah,
Because you can just aim anywhere you want and it just gently rolls wherever you feel like going.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely found that you're going to have an advantage. The fact that you operate heavy equipment and stuff like that with the small motor controls.
Yeah.
I had another guy, a Portuguese guy that's flown with me, and all his life's been in construction. And that guy picked it up in no time. But other people I have that have only driven a car have a tough time with this.
Easy to get watching where you're going, eh?
Yeah.
You could almost keep it just a hair off level and just make long curves.
That's right.
And it doesn't lose any speed at all as long as you just stay gentle.
That's
This thing's actually pretty nice and smooth, eh?
Approaching
Oh, very.
altitude.
Calling with air
What a
traffic,
view.
GA40 Golf Yankee Charlie Air is just climbing over top of Blue Mountain.
It's funny how the heat coming off the ground affects it so.
Golf Yankee Charlie Air.
Now, say if we went down between Christian Island and Penetang Point there, you got land on both sides and water in the middle. You're gonna have more of a bit of a light rough, or no?
Potentially. Let's try it. We'll go in that direction. It's just because the time of day right now, it's only 1:30, right?
Because it's bouncing directly up.
Yeah.
So the sun's angle to where we live is gonna seriously affect.
So as the wind,
I'm gonna love flying. I like this. I got a casual eye on everything, like all my gauges. Not that you know what I mean?
yeah,
I wasn't sure if I'd be nervous because of the smaller plane,
yeah,
but how sensitive these are. Like you could drive this thing just like a race car.
absolutely.
Like just
You're doing great, man. Your altitude is awesome. It's great where I kind of set you up there. A lot of people have a tough time with that, is holding the altitude, right?
Yeah.
They start descending and climbing, and we end up all over the sky, but you're doing very well. good so far, huh?
Yeah, I like it. It's like I say, when you were saying when you're 5,000 feet up, it is probably very, very hard to have like a depth perception.
Absolutely.
Of height.
Yeah, I usually don't bring people up there until they're almost ready to be full pilots, because the sensation you get up there, you lose all those reference points to the ground.
Yeah.
And it helps that you're seeing things that you recognize right now. You can see that there's a boat there. You know what a boat looks like on the ground.
Yeah.
Once you get too damn high, you're not going to recognize anything.
Collingwood Unicom and Fox Missile Victor uniform.
People who get to fly all the time, it must be pretty neat.
It's fun. It's fun.
See, to have this view on like an hourly basis is insane.
Oh yeah.
Look at how beautiful that looks in the island there.
Yeah.
Like you can see the shelf, everything.
That's right.
And this thing is I just was doing this to see if I could bring it to 20 feet.
Yeah.
And now take it back 20, and it's just just a hair of a touch, and you just have to wait on it. Like these, I imagine that's a huge difference between a nice, like a quality version and a lower quality.
Exactly.
Version. But you don't even really have to move this at all to get anywhere you want to go.
That's right.
Yeah. And I didn't even know there was a pond on the middle of the island.
Yeah, I think there's two of them.
Yeah. That's why I said I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah.
That's too funny. What a view. I can't believe the view.
Oh yeah.
I was lucky enough to see snowbirds practicing in St. Catharines there a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. These guys were coming, I don't know how close they are together, but it's insanely close.
Yeah, we're 11 nautical miles.
And right over our buildings.
Yeah.
I don't know how off the ground they're probably not that high.
0050.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You can feel just a little rough, eh?
Yeah, just starting. If it does start beating you up, all we do is just kind of hit back of what it's hitting us with.
Yeah.
So if you get a punch from the right and you feel that left wing or the right wing lift, you just punch it back down.
Yeah.
But they're just gentle little tugs, right? You just tug, 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 back, forth, stuff like that.
Midland traffic, Gulf Romeo Fox, currently going to be flying overhead at 5.5 towards Midland from the shoreline, heading east.
With traffic.
You'd have to be steady, just paying attention the whole time.
Yep.
9 nautical miles to be sending through.
Eventually you get to a point though, John, where you don't even barely look at this stuff.
Yeah, you can just feel
You just feel it.
It gives you a good reference to come back and look to
That's
see,
right.
am I going high, am I going low?
Yep.
And you don't really have to fight it so much if it's just a little wee touch. You just
That's right. Just
see where it goes from there.
Ride it out.
1,500 feet.
Where we are now, we're not actually even far from where I live.
Oh, really?
Runway 01.
Whereabouts you live?
I live in Wabashine,
Okay.
right down there.
Yeah.
I've been out here lots in the boat, but I've never seen it from here.
Yeah.
This is crazy how far you can go.
Yeah, we've only been in the air for like 24 minutes.
That's it?
That's it.
It's crazy.
And plus we're flying all the way around. If we wanted to fly to Wabashine from Edenvale, we would have been there 5 minutes ago. But we're going all the way around the coast, right?
My son and me were joking about when I get my pilot's license, we can leave from Midland and go to Brampton and we don't have to drive.
Absolutely. Well, I fly to Brantford a lot, you know, on the south side, you know, Kitchener.
Yeah, that's way farther.
And that usually takes me about 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yeah, that's from Edenvale, right? So it's a little further south, but maybe from Midland, maybe 50 minutes, 55, almost an hour. And of course, it depends on the winds, right? Like if we have a tailwind, we'll get there much quicker.
that you banking left?
Nope.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
I'm not doing anything, man. My hand's just near the stick, in case you need my help. That's probably the wind was pushing us.
Over here it seems more windy, eh? Because of the more land over here?
I think so.
Delta Golf is overhead the field, join mid-left downwind, runway 01.
Yeah, we're being pushed by the wind right now, I think.
Is there 2 gauges, like wind speed and...
There is, but for training I'm not supposed to show you.
Oh.
We're supposed to discover that just by seeing what's happening with the plane.
Yeah.
You don't want to know where all those bells and whistles exist, because on your test and stuff like that, it's not there. So you have to learn how to fly old school, right?
So on your test, you just go with somebody else?
No. For this type of license, I do the test with the student.
So we were up to like almost 82 knots, so we must have a bit of a push.
Traffic,
right?
40 Golf Yankee Charlie Sierra is currently just on the north end of Lake Eugenia, level at 5,000 feet, practicing upper level air work 5,000 below Golf Yankee Charlie Sierra.
I love the view.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Must be a little nerve-wracking though with you. You're seeing this view with
Calling the traffic, Golf to the Delta Golf, turning base,
people
01 for a full
that
stop.
never. I know you have your hand right there.
Oh, I'm ready to go, trust me.
Yeah. No.
People are pretty good when I tell them I have control, let go.
Tower traffic, Fox Echo 6 uniform is upwind 31.
What a view of the islands. You make this circle a lot of times?
Out here, not usually, but this is nice out here.
Oh, you usually stay out over with Saga?
Sometimes with Saga.
I got it circled way off over the wrong way here.
No, this is cool. Well, we can go anywhere we want. That's the good thing about this too. Anytime we're above Newmarket, for geography-wise, like if we go below Newmarket towards Toronto, we become in controlled airspace. This is uncontrolled, so we can do whatever the heck we want here. Go in any direction we want. We don't have to ask permission. Be at any altitude we want.
So down there they tell you your altitude,
Exactly.
your speed, and
Not so much speed, but altitude they will. They'll tell you direction. So if you want to fly to like Niagara Falls, the second you get near Newmarket, you have to contact Toronto Tower, and you have to tell them who you are and where you want to go.
But are you allowed?
Yep. So you
they just need to know where you're doing what you're doing.
Exactly. So once you say, yeah, like, this is who I am and I want to go from Newmarket to Niagara Falls, they'll say, okay, maintain altitude of 3,000 and fly in compass heading, and they'll tell us what heading to fly. So we just look at the compass, or this compass there. They'd say maintain 100 on your compass and keep this heading. And if we wanted to start doing turns, you couldn't unless you asked permission.
You radio and ask to turn to a different.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to know the degrees then.
Absolutely. But up here we do whatever the heck we want.
Over Creemore, inbound landing 31.
It's an amazing view of all the islands.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy view.
How's it feeling so far? You're starting to get hit by those thermals now, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
So why don't we try something different? Let's go right down this bay, down through Penetang here. And once we get over the city, we'll take a right and go back over the water there.
Okay.
I want you to start experiencing what it's like to fly in those thermals when it's going to start getting a little violent.
We didn't use violent.
Okay, annoying is a better word.
Yeah, a little rough. Look at all the boats coming in and out of the channel. Lots of people out right now.
Yeah, squeezing that last bit out as they can, right, before the snow comes.
Look at all there's boats everywhere right now. If you look around, they're all over.
Oh, yeah.
Flying in the dark would be very hard, eh?
Yeah, it's challenging, especially up here where there's not much light on the ground.
Yeah.
See, in this category of aircraft, we cannot do that, right? So you can't get a license to fly an ultralight at night. However, the key is to learn how to fly.
Yeah, right? I'll be flying overhead for the turnaround 31 Collingwood.
A lot of guys talking smack on the radio today.
From Collingwood?
Yeah. Over 3 more inbound for landing, currently at 2.5.
That's the band's other pit.
Yeah.
Entertain Midland area traffic, Skyway and Cross Series, 2,500 feet, just coming up on the town of Midland from the west. Collingwood traffic, 5 miles, 0 from 0.
You gotta be right out in front of us somewhere.
Runway 31.
Somewhere over there. So we can gradually start climbing this thing up to 3,000 feet. Just gently start pulling back on that stick, and then we'll slowly start climbing. We'll let that guy do his own business, and I'll be mindful of the airspeed. If it starts slowing down, I'll start adding some power. I think even then, the higher we get is going to be better once we cross land, because that thermals are going to beat us up again. Now this is called Penetanguishene Harbor, right?
Yeah. Right here, we're over Penetang Bay. Right down in front of us is the harbor.
That's right.
And Midland area traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankee, just over top of Penetang Bay, traveling southwest 2,600 feet and climbing to 3,000 en route to the shore of Georgian Bay.
There's the Super Jail.
Yes, that's right.
Right down there to the left of us.
Yeah.
And then the...
Traffic, 5 Golf, Mike Edenvale Sierra on a final runway.
And then the maximum security.
And Midland area traffic, Golf steering clear. We're just over White Heritage, weighing at 2,500. Southeastbound to Little Lake, Port Severn.
They're right behind us to the right. Little Lake's straight behind us.
Golf Romeo Fox.
Isn't that Little Lake right over there? Over
Port Severn.
Going to be heading west.
He said Little Lake, Port Severn.
I think the 4.5.
It's above the locks. That's Little Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Collingwood traffic, Quebec Echo Foxtrot, 5
You're actually pretty good at this, man. You're being very gentle with it.
Yeah.
See my towels on the turnaround 31.
That's exactly what you have to be. Nice and gentle with her. There does become times where you got to be a little rougher with it. It's when it really starts beating you up with winds and stuff. But for today so far, we're getting off easy.
Oh, for wind-wise?
Yeah, the winds are very calm right now. There we are, we're at 3,000 feet.
Huge difference in view to the ground, too.
It is, isn't it?
It takes away all the crispness of what you could see.
That's right.
2,000.
So let's try to hold it at the 3,000. I'll put that little blue guy up there again on that altimeter so it gives you a marker to look at.
Collingwood traffic, Edenvale, jumping downwind 31. Collingwood traffic,
One thing I definitely need to remember is sunglasses.
Yeah. Oh, I should have told you that. Yeah.
Left-bound wind for 1.
I didn't even have any in my truck, though.
Service 31. Collingwood will join 31. Service.
I made that mistake. I forgot him and I had to work a whole sunny day and it was terrible.
The Inox and Midland. They're $2 a pair for the safety ones.
Oh yeah.
And they last a couple of weeks, but for $2.
Yeah. So notice how when we're over the land, how it's starting to get a little bumpy.
Midland traffic, Golf Romeo Fox Fox, currently crossing overhead at 5.2, heading westbound, descending at 4.5 along the shoreline, back to Collingwood.
As long as you don't seem to fight it, right? Just
That's right.
If it's going to be aggressive, then you got to give it a little touch, eh?
That's right.
Number 1, full stop. Quebec Echo Foxtrot over the field at Collingwood, ready to join the left downwind 31. Quebec Echo Foxtrot joining the left downwind 31 Collingwood.
Yeah, this is right. Those sensors. Yeah. You can keep it right wherever you want, really.
That's right.
I might not have been 100% confident when we were leaving, but man, does this thing ever handle this?
It does. It takes time, you know, like, I think you would have a death wish if you didn't have a little bit of fear. You have to have fear. You have to respect what we're doing because it is dangerous, right?
Keeps you honest.
It keeps you honest. And if the people that scare me are the ones who don't have any fear, I'm afraid to train them, right?
Yeah.
They're rare, but I've had some people like that, and I've honestly had to push them off to somebody else.
On base or final pair.
Yeah, no, you'd have to be a little nervous.
Yeah.
Like I'm nervous when it drops a little bit here and there.
You have to be. But as long as you know in the back of your head that I will not allow this thing to do anything that's relatively dangerous to us, you know what I mean? I'll let it teach you a few lessons, but I'll never let it do anything crazy.
This is the part of the video, Bill, for my daughter where we're going to try the flip.
Oh, good idea.
She'll laugh. Yeah, the weather's great because it's not really going up or down. I'm looking at it a bit just to, like I say, right, just to keep a reference, but you would never have any idea looking down, yeah, I'm a couple thousand feet, that's all you could guess, right?
Exactly.
You wouldn't be able to say, yeah, I'm anything close.
That's right.
Oh, this plane flies awesome.
So let's do a left turn and just follow this shoreline. We'll stay over the water though to keep her smooth, but
neat to see all the currents and stuff in the lake where it leaves the higher gravel and lower gravel. And
yeah.
Sure makes you feel small up here, don't it?
Oh yes.
When we were flying the other way towards Penetang, I was thinking, maybe I should make a left. We're running out of time.
Oh, we're doing good. You might actually get a little bit more than you paid for today. I kind of overshot by flying that far.
Oh, out that way?
Yeah, it's all right. We got to go. I don't know if you can see where the smoke is off in the distance directly in front of us. It's that way, about 30 miles that way, 20.
There's two little fires?
Yep. The one on the right is closer to the Edenvale airport.
They're 20 minutes from us?
About 20 miles.
Oh,
Calling in traffic Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
so 5 or 6 minutes.
Shoreline. Good to do
Well,
a crossover mid left downwind. 31 full stop.
What a job this would be. Hey?
Yeah. Oh, it has its moments though, where it wears on you.
I'll bet. So does mine. I like my job. I love my job. I love doing running the machines, moving dirt, seeing things change. But
Calling with traffic, Golf.
as my son would attest, he sent me a Chris Farley video the other day of Chris Farley just losing it.
Oh yeah.
He goes, this reminds me of you at work sometimes.
Oh, that guy was good, huh? Farley?
Yeah, too bad, yeah.
Calling in traffic Golf Romeo.
Yeah, his freakouts were awesome.
Yeah, they were, you'd swear he was really, really angry.
Full stop.
I can't see those two fires no more. Where'd they go? They're off this way.
Yeah, they're off in the
Wrong hand
distance.
to move.
Yeah, we're kind of pointed the right direction there. Right around here. Because it's almost near that fire. It's a little bit to the right of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that swamp we came out of.
Yep.
Or we came out over the beach.
That's the tiny marsh right there.
Mid left downwind. 31 full stop.
The Midland Airport is right off our left wing there, off in the distance. See it in the middle of the forest? Bunch of white buildings there.
No.
There's like a grassy
Oh yeah,
area.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
It's like
Midland
right
Airport.
close here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like even for next time, I can do it with you there. Just today I was in such a crunch and I got everything stuck in Edenvale today, but
Yeah, I'm good with over there. Anywhere, wherever's easier. Or...
Well, what I generally do is I try to book my Midland clients on the same day, so
Yeah.
that way I'm not running back and forth constantly.
Yeah.
So I'll come up and do 3 hours in Midland, right?
Randy go once a week, or how's Randy going?
It ranges, it all depends. Like sometimes he did once a week and then sometimes once every 3 weeks.
Yeah, life gets busy, eh?
Exactly, right?
Calling in traffic
It all
Golf
depends on budget too, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
31 full stop.
I get it. It's not cheap, but it's also not the most expensive thing. But at the end of the day, if you look at it, it's like I said, around $4,500 to $5,000. There's a range there because it depends on how quick you get the skill, right?
Yeah.
And it's one thing to fly the plane. That's I find that the easiest part. The harder parts are the navigation end of it. To learn how to do all that end of it, how to do radio communications, learning the laws, how to enter into an airport.
Yeah,
That's the stuff that confuses most students. I'll find that they become great pilots in 10 to 12 hours, but then they slow down because they're having to learn how to talk on the radio, how to announce themselves all the time, how to go to the airport and land properly. There's a whole procedure you have to do. And it just takes time to pick that stuff up. But if you have confidence and you're able to think about it at home or when you're driving your car, you get better at it much quicker, right? Take the extra time to go on the internet, maybe YouTube, and watch some videos of it. It'll help save some money, and you can achieve the license a lot quicker that way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And then I have some students who do no studying at home. It's not like high school where you're going to sit there and flip open books and read like crazy. It's not like that. But I'm talking about they do nothing, right? Nothing,
Yeah.
and then they come to me and they wonder why they're not progressing any further than they are.
Yeah, they're not helping themselves.
And I say, well, have you been practicing using your phonetic alphabet when you're driving in your car? No. Well, if you want to pay me $180 an hour to do that, that's all on you. But
Yeah.
other than that, I'll give you the card that tells you Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. Practice on license plates, use it till it becomes...
So you're doing it all the time.
Exactly, right? That's that old saying, you can't help those who won't help themselves, right?
I won't help them who don't help themselves. I'll train anybody, teach them in machines, and give them anybody a chance.
Yeah.
But if you look like you're just standing around because you only want to run the machines, you don't want to learn the labor end of it, how the dirt goes together, how we get all our stuff done, I'm not helping you.
That's right. Make one announcement here.
And Collingwood area traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankee at 3,000 feet just over Bomb Beach, traveling towards Edenvale Airport. Collingwood traffic, I'll take charge here at Block 8, only 31 for a full stop. Whenever you are.
Well, I thought that tiny marsh was this marsh, but okay, this is a completely different one.
It's a different one. So we're going to keep this 3,000 feet in the meantime while we keep heading in the direction of the airport. There's some winds getting us there. That was wind. That was different than a thermal.
Yeah, no bang. Right, it turned us that little bit we needed to be heading for that smoke.
That's right. Yeah, the airport's actually a little bit further right of the smoke. I can see it from here now. See this long road that goes? It's right off to the left of that long road.
Yeah.
It's a big open clearing past the forest there. Yeah, you're kicking ass on this thing, man.
You ever get crazy nervous with people?
With people? No. No. Like I said, I think most people respect their life enough to know to let go whenever I tell them to.
Yeah.
It's the real super nervous people that, sometimes they won't let go because they kind of freeze up.
Yeah.
Make an announcement to the airport.
And Edenvale traffic, SportStar India Juliet Kilo Yankee, 6 miles north of the field, just over Wasaga Beach, inbound for landing, currently at 3,000 feet. Going to descend to circuit height, cross overhead the field, and join a mid-left downwind, 3-1.
Edenvale traffic, Echo Whiskey uniforms rolling 1-3.
Correction, Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee is 6 miles north of the field. They're going to cross overhead the field at 2.2 for the turnaround procedure and cross back over and join a mid-left downwind for 1-3.
Yeah, I can't make up its mind, Bill. It's back and forth.
Thanks, Bill.
But definitely favoring 1-3, just a hair. Edenvale traffic, Echo Whiskey uniforms airborne off of 1-3 with a left turn towards Wasaga Beach.
All right, Bill, I'm still at 3,000. I'm going to descend to 2.2. What are you climbing to?
I'm going to go up to probably 25, unless it's smooth where you're at now.
3 is nice. I'll keep an eye out for you if you're coming straight to Wasaga, because I'm just directly due north of the field.
Okay.
Leaving altitude.
This is where it's going to start getting interesting. So I'll take over from here. You got her?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have control again. So what I have to do is I got to lower this aircraft to 1,700 feet over, 2,200 feet above sea level. Because we're going to be landing on the runway this way, and this is where it gets so confusing for people, right?
Yeah, I'm passing through 22 now, Bill.
That's the airport right there?
Yep.
Okay, I still can't see you, but still at 3,000 and about to descend to 2.2.
Okay, I'll level at 25.
right, so there's a guy coming this way out of that airport, and I'm looking for him. I can't see him, but he's a white plane, so eventually we will see him.
I don't see him.
He's at 2,500 feet, but I'm keeping my eye out for him because we're at 2,900, so we're in no danger of hitting him at this point.
Okay, I got eyes on you, no conflict.
Leaving.
Awesome, thank you.
That's sure 11 o'clock.
I don't see him, but it's okay. He knows there's no conflict to us. So contrary to what a lot of people believe, they think you could just fly and land at an airport. This is where that whole air law comes in. That takes a lot of people time to understand.
Beside you.
That's strange. I still have no visual of you, but if we have no conflict, I'm happy to hear that.
I don't see him anywhere.
No, me neither. So yeah, we will be landing on this runway this way, right? The big long one. But I have to go over there, turn around, lower down to 1,000 feet over the ground, and then come back over again to join what we call the circuit. And the circuit's like an imaginary rectangle, sort of above the airport area. And we do this procedure so we never run into another aircraft. So we're all supposed to be at a different level at the same time. And it's going to be turbulent, of course. I could just tell.
Pretty hot, like with the sun on it, so you know it's hot on the ground.
Yep.
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankees overhead the field at 2.2 to do the turnaround procedure and cross back over and join them at left downwind 13.
You don't want me to land, Bill?
I would like to see you land, but
Not today.
I still haven't finished my sandwich yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to finish that sandwich.
I want to finish that sandwich.
Whole big field of cabbage.
Yeah.
There's a few of them out here, right?
Yep.
See, they're so dark, eh?
Yeah, there's some good farming right in this area.
Eh. We're landed in the same direction we took off?
Correct. Yeah. So I'm still trying to lose 500 feet of altitude, and you'll notice the closer we're getting to the ground, the bumpier it's getting.
That guy can drive that tractor, man. What a beautiful set of rows he had there.
Oh, yeah.
All his turns were bang on. They all looked like as if they were done with a computer.
A lot of them are now, though, right?
Yeah, some of them are computer controlled, yeah. A few of the machines I have at work, excavator and the dozer, are both all GPS controlled.
Wow, huh?
The dozer was 470,000.
Wow.
Approaching altitude.
It seems like a waste of time, but that is the procedure we need to fly, right?
Hey.
That's what we got to do.
If everybody goes willy-nilly,
That's right.
somebody's going to be dead.
That's right. If it's the Wild West, then you'd have problems here, right?
And Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankees overhead the field to join them at left downwind 13.
So we border the 60.
Yeah, right now I'm just bored. Like, I don't even want to be this slow, but it's sinking right now for some reason. There we go, it's starting to climb. I need to be at 1,700 feet. Oh, can't be our weight. We burnt off some fuel, so we're much lighter now. A little bit lighter, at least. It's the turbulence. It's you got hot air and cold air. Hot air and cold.
Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, turning mid-left downwind, 13, full stop.
Leaving
And now it's just
altitude.
climbing on me because of this hot air coming up.
Approaching altitude.
Becomes a fight, you know, you get into a fight with these things. Finally, I'm back at the altitude I need to be at. And she wants to climb again.
Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, turning left base, 13, full stop.
Yeah, it's strange. It's not wind, it's just that thermal activity. It's really, really out there today. Even this summer wasn't this bad for this stuff. Alright, this is when I have to reach between you and I and pull this flap lever up. I gotta slow this plane down to get that needle in that white arc on that airspeed indicator. That means it's safe to pull the flap lever. There we go. And now that's set until we land. Don't need to reach that anymore.
Leaving altitude.
Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, turning final, 13, full stop.
There's our target.
I'm just hoping my face doesn't look nervous right now on the GoPro.
It's good times, man. You'll look back and laugh at this when you're a pilot.
Yeah.
So a lot of people start feeling more secure at this point. You can start seeing the ground getting nice and close. Feels like we're very controlled going towards it.
But would you jump from here, Bill?
No. Hell no.
We're still, what, 300 feet?
Yeah, we're 300 right now, yep. Coming up on 200. $150. And she's just floating and floating away. Oh, she's coming in nice and fast. There we go. Little bit of wind happening here. Simple as that, brother.
I should have did it.
I know you should have.
Not next time. Eventually. No, that was awesome. Beauty landing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, that was wicked.
I'll just put this lever down. We don't need that anymore. Good stuff, man. So you want to do this, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, this will be good.
Edenvale traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, down and clear, active 13 on Delta to the ramp.